Hi everyone, we are back to Monday. I hope you all had a nice weekend. And for us, it was nice, we didn't have any soccer this weekend, no pop-ups. We had an extra day, and at least it felt like an extra day, because then if we have something going on Saturday, that leaves all cleaning and laundry and cooking for the week to Sunday. But it was nice to be able to do that most of that on Saturday instead, and leave the time on Sunday for other things. But one thing happened this weekend. I mean, I make it sound like it's a big thing. It feels like a big thing, but I cleaned out, organized our, what we call our pool room, a room off the back of the house that serves as a storage and for things like we have a lot of pool floats and such, those kinds of things, besides chemicals and rakes and all those other things that we have to have for our yards. But back in that room also was a pressure washer that had belonged to my parents, and somehow my mom had brought it with her when she and I moved back here, when I came back here in 2013. And I had never used it, had no intention of using it. We actually have another one here that my first husband had bought, which was much better. And it's not that, like I said, we don't really use it anyway. It's just mostly for the pool deck, like twice a summer before a party. And so I knew we needed to get rid of it. And so finally on Saturday, I took the box out and the wand and put it on the curb with a free sign. And as I walked away, I asked for a person to come by who would be able to use it. And a little while went by and the mail had come, and when I went to take out some packaging from something I'd gotten in the mail, there was a guy out there, and he was standing there in disbelief over the pressure washer. And he said that he asked me, he said, "Is this really free?" And I said yes, and explained it had been my mom's. And he said, I do car detailing, and about 5 hours ago somebody had stolen his. And so he was actually coming from meeting with somebody to get another one, but a used one, but it had been messed up, and he just couldn't believe that, because he also said he never drives down my street, and that there it was. So it was just one of those times that it was such a reminder that our prayers are answered, that when we ask for things to be good for people, to do good for people, to be able to give something away to somebody that maybe we can't use, but there is somebody else out there who can use it. Quite honestly, I don't know why we still had it. I don't know that I had any, I felt like I had to make money off it, but I've learned that's not really true, and for some reason I just couldn't, because I don't know what it was worth. I never got that far. I didn't want to deal with it, and maybe because it was in the box I felt like I had to hang on to it. I don't know. And it wasn't so much, it was something that was beloved to my mother's, because I don't know that she and my dad ever used it. Maybe they did, I don't know. But it also was my sister Karen's birthday. So I felt like that was the perfect day for it to happen. The reminder that Mom is with us, and I mean my dad too, obviously, and my sister, but especially Mom, because she was the one who, for whatever reason, insisted on bringing it here. I don't know why. So it was just it's like I can't even put it into words how important it was, or how good it felt to be able to do that for someone. So I wished him, I said, I hope this brings you lots of business, lots of luck, lots of money, and somebody who needed something that was sitting on a shelf at my house. How often does that happen? We have things we're afraid to let go of, but there's always someone out there who can use it. And in the last week, I made a bag for my sister that I can't share because it was a birthday and I sent it to her, but I took a Raggedy Ann, needlepoint Raggedy Ann was my thing. She's sort of my family mascot, and I had found it in a estate sale, and I had turned it into a bag for her, plus some aprons that have now gone to a store downtown Albuquerque. But I may have shared before, but something sort of ongoing all the time is, if I don't have time, that I try to do or make coin purses, or I call them mini wallets. You could put rosaries in them, and I also, you might be able to see that now I use the different, I have a lot of scraps. Well, this is a vintage upholstery sample here, and it's a great way to use these, but I have a lot of scraps too from various things like this. This was a really fun piece of vintage bark cloth, and I think I still have more of this. I think it was a tablecloth, and somebody had made. I turned this into several things. and I don't know what's inside here. I've got some gingham, some turquoise gingham, and so it's fun to open these and see that it's not just off-white cream or white or whatever, but there's always some sort of pattern in there. Again, a great way to use things, and also for me, that if I don't necessarily have the time in a day to work on a huge project, if I complete one of these, and I try to always have some cut, then it allows me that to finish something and feel like I've accomplished something. Finally, the other thing I wanted to say is that that once a month I send out a newsletter, and it's a variety of things. I'm still kind of working my way through it, and especially if you don't follow me on social media or because of algorithms, things get missed. Please go to the website, theshellsummer.com, www.shellsummer, CHELLE, then SUMMER.com. Send me a message and I'll put you on the list. And I'm getting ready to do one now because there are things that people don't often see, and it's kind of, I'm using it as once a month, kind of a one place has a whole bunch of things so that people, if they want to know what I'm doing, what I'm up to, what I'm sharing, inspiration, whatever it may be, it's all there. You can pick and choose then what you look at versus not seeing it all. Have a shelltastic week, everyone.